Welcome back to Carson Tate's video log. I have here veteran author C.F. Frizzell. Yes?
Yes. Thank you, Carson.
No, thank you. So you have your Stick McLaughlin series.
It's not a series. It was
just the one book?
Just the one book.
You're not going to write any more?
Well, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
I'm doing some romance for now.
This is how I project. You know, I say series so that you can write more.
I would love to.
Okay.
I would love to. And everybody who's bought it has said they want it. But right now it's romance.
Okay. Romance is good. We love romance.
Yep. Exchange came out in July.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about it. You read from it today, and I was very intrigued.
Thank you. She is a very small town, right-wing small town newspaper editor whose job and future really depends on basically staying in the closet.
Gotcha.
And her inheritance, which includes the paper, requires that as well. And she can deal with that. It's not easy, but she deals with it until someone who arrives in town who really makes it impossible to maintain that facade.
Is that the DJ?
No.
No.
That's a different story.
Oh, okay. So
that's Exchange.
Okay.
That's the one that just came out in July. So it's fun. It's pretty climactic. It's I guess a story of changes. Everybody, you know, is trying to make their own changes and make a life for themselves that they're proud of and can really live with.
Absolutely.
And it has a happy ending. So.
Well, that's important.
It was powerful to get to that point.
So what's the title of this one that you're talking about now?
That's Exchange.
Exchange. Okay.
And in January, I have Night Voice coming out.
Okay. That's the one I heard you review today. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
That's
Sorry
okay.
about that.
Exchange is local. It takes place in Provincetown, and it's a nighttime, an overnight kind of, a 10 o'clock to 2 a.m. radio talk show. Disc jockey who has to be basically anonymous for her mystique to in public, but she is her persona over the air gets her a lot of fans, and one in particular that she's very attracted to, and the feeling's mutual.
Frequent caller?
Frequent caller, yes. And their conversations get a little, they kind of push the limits. Meanwhile, her producer, her engineer in the sound booth is still a little worried. And she would hope that her buddy, the disc jockey, doesn't get too attached to a fantasy voice.
Right.
Rather her find somebody
real. Find a real person, yeah.
And the twist is who she's dating in real life. She does find someone in real life in P-Town. And I don't know if I want to give the rest of it away.
No, I don't want you to give the rest of it away, but well, here's what I want you to do. So I had trouble finding a toy microphone, which I wouldn't have thought would be hard, but apparently it was. So I found this thing. It looks like, those old-time microphones.
Nice to meet you, Carson Tate. Yes, I'm speaking to the mic.
I feel like I'm Walter Cronkite.
Yes. It's better than Barbara Wawa, maybe.
So here's what I heard today, and I want you to do again. Sable, the nighttime DJ's voice.
Sable is the nighttime DJ.
So give me a little Sable.
Sable. Good evening and welcome to Nightlight. Glad you called. You're live and on the air.
See, so sexy.
Thank you. Can't do it again, but
no, you did great. That was one of the intriguing things about the reading. You did that voice really well.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed that.
Singing last night at the party we had and get together, we're all sitting around being celebratory.
So it made your voice all
husky. I lost it. Now I can't talk.
Now you've got sexy voice all day.
They'll take that. Thank you.
Okay, so great. So Exchange and Night
Voice coming out in January.
Excellent. Yes, and what are you working on now? Because if it's coming out in January, it's right around the corner.
It is, and I have something affectionately titled Nantucket Rose that I'm shooting for. Hopefully both strokes will get a proposal very soon. I talked to Sandy today, and I'm looking forward to it. It takes place on Nantucket, obviously. Someone who's trying to take a very famous house that went up for foreclosure and turn it into a money-making B&B. The other character in the story turns out used to be her family homestead, and she lost it through no fault of her own, really. But but it's kind of hard to live with seeing your history and your family legacy go up into a commercial enterprise.
I understand. Well, you live not far from P-Town.
I live in Sandwich.
Which I love to say.
Sandwich. Especially the sandwich police.
And I imagine that's always kind of an area of, like, you like having people come for the economy, tourists and things, but then you want to preserve the history of the area and things
Absolutely.
like that. Yeah, I lived in Santa Fe for a while. Same kind of thing, you know.
You love to have the people come. You love the tourists.
Absolutely.
But especially with Sandwich, because we don't have any industry. It's all rhododendrons and azaleas. It's the rhododendron capital of America.
I had
swear.
no idea.
Oh, it's got to be.
Okay,
People come and look for the rhododendrons in June, and this year it was awful. So it was a tough summer because of Mother Nature. She had a rough time.
Yeah.
But that's all. Sandwiches and Sandwich Glass. It's the first town, I think, on the Cape, aside from P-Town.
Uh-huh.
I think it's the oldest town on the Cape.
Okay, wow.
So it's fun. It's pretty, and we're an hour from Provincetown and an hour from Boston, and
I imagine you
it's
get
perfect.
a lot of inspiration that way.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
And we're only about 20 minutes from the island, Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard too. So
That's terrific.
we're very happy.
Well, you
Lucky.
keep writing, and we'll keep
Thank
reading.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
See you
much.
Frizzell, and this is Carson Tate's Video Logs. Signing out.
Signing out.